What's going on, everybody? I hope you're doing good. I'm doing all right, if you care. I know you might not, but I'm doing pretty good. It's been a pretty good week. It hasn't been cold, I can tell you that. It's actually fucking crazy. It's been 70 and 80 degrees here this whole fucking week. And next week, though, next week it's not looking great out there. So we'll see what's going on. But hey, thanks for coming on in. This is Hollywood Hangout. I am Boxman. Smark will be here. I'm hoping in a few minutes. I've been talking to him back and forth today, so I know he's okay. So we're gonna have to see what's going on. But hopefully he'll show up in a few minutes here before I get into this movie. He actually, out of 3 movies, Smark picked this one, and it's really a good movie that he picked. I very much enjoyed this movie. We'll get into it. It's we're going to be talking Four Brothers in just a little while, the 2005 movie with Mark Wahlberg, with André 3000, Tyrese Gibson. We're going to get into that movie a little bit later. That is an incredible movie. It is gritty. It is fast paced. There's some great scenes in it. Great car chase scene through a fucking blizzard. And it's really a good movie. But before I get into the movie, hopefully Smark will show up. But before I get into talking about the movie, I do want to mention James Vanderbeek, who passed away yesterday. I didn't want to go without mentioning that fact. I think he had colon cancer. I've been battling it. That's a very, very tough one. I mean, no cancer is easy to battle, but that is a very tough cancer to battle. So, but I mean, I was not a Dawson's Creek fan, but I do remember him in Varsity Blues was a great movie. Yeah, still sometimes have a hard time believing that was a Disney movie. But then you go back and you also know that, the Deuce Bigelow was a Disney movie, believe it or not. But anyway, Disney was doing some crazy things back in the old days, man, back in the day, but Varsity Blues was a great, great movie. And, he was in Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, the Jay and Silent Bob reboot. He was also in 2019, and he actually did have a few things that he was doing even in 2025 as he was battling cancer. He did something called Sidelined, the QB and Me, then another one of the Sidelined, and then another Sidelined. So he's done 3 of those Sidelined movies. 2 of those came out, and we are going to get 2 projects with him coming out this year. Something called L TV series, which is in post-production, and something called The Gates, which is also completed. So we are going to see a couple of things come out with him in it this year, which will, it's always a little odd when that happens, but he's got 72 credits to his name. So there is there is a memorable library that you can remember him by. But yeah, we've even got a couple in the chat. SBC back. Good to see you back, man. Been a couple of weeks. I missed you, buddy. True North, Packers fan. The cartoon, The Real Ghostbusters. If yes. I've already had my colonoscopy appointment. Thank you. I went a few months ago. Actually, no, it had to be a couple of. No, I was living here. It had to be a year ago because I was living here when I went for that. Wasn't a happy time in my life. No, not at all. But I don't know why we're talking about that. No, I don't even know the Dawson's Creek theme. I really never watched an episode. I think that was a 90s show, and I was doing a lot more in the 90s. A lot more in the 90s than that. But yeah, definitely listen. Definitely rest in peace, James Vanderbeek. Just crazy. I mean, I was just driving around yesterday, stopped at a stoplight, popped on, looked at my phone and that popped up in the news, and I was like, God damn, that sucks, man. But there you go. Now I'm hoping we're gonna get Smark in here in the next minute or two, and we can start talking about this movie a little bit. So I don't know. Let me see if he's even read my messages. Bastard. He'll show up. So I gave Smark 3 movies to pick from. I don't know why. I felt like doing an action movie this week. So I gave Smark 3 movies to pick from. I gave him The Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3, the 2009 one, not the original 1974. The one with Denzel and Travolta. Gave him that one. I gave him this movie that we're doing. And I gave him Armed Response from 2017, which is a Wesley Snipes movie with Seth Rollins in it. I really thought he was going to pick that. I thought he might pick that one. That is a WWE distributed movie. So there you go. Okay, SBC is now quoting the Dawson's Creek theme. That sounds like it's a yeah, I'm not gonna do that. But anyway, yeah, I mean he's but anyway. So I guess I'll start off talking a little bit. You know what? I was going to talk a little bit about the director and everything, but this is the movie we're talking about right here. Here it is right here. Four Brothers. This movie is, like I said, it is gritty, it is fast-paced, and it is a modern-day Western. You'll understand a little more about why I say it's a modern-day Western as I start digging into the movie a little bit. Hopefully we hopefully start digging into the movie a little bit. This is a great movie. The overall theme is it doesn't matter if you're blood or not, you can be brothers. These guys were all four adopted by the same woman. And this is an incredible story of how these brothers came together, no matter if they were blood brothers or not, but came together. And it's a really, really good story, this movie. So, but before I get into the movie, this is a movie directed by John Singleton, this gentleman right here, who has done some incredible, incredible movies that we've all seen, we've all gotten into, we've all talked about them. He unfortunately passed away at the age of 51, 2019, after a stroke. But while he was still a student at Southern California, at University of Southern California, while he was still a student, he was writing the screenplay for Boys in the Hood, which he later directed. But he's most famous for kind of making cinematic history with the debut film and maintaining a kind of versatile career in film and television. Now he's had a few award nominations. 1991 for Boys in the Hood, he became the first African American and the youngest person at the age of 24 ever nominated for the Academy Award for the Best Director. Also received a nomination for the Best Original Screenplay. Now he has something what's known as the Hood Trilogy. Now that is what they call it because he celebrated for a series of films. Now, the series of films is films that explore South Central LA at the time. One of the films is Boys in the Hood, Poetic Justice, and Baby Boy from 2001. Now, he's known for these gritty dramas. He's always done films like this. Rosewood, 1997, Shaft, 2000, which I talked about a while back. Too Fast, Too Furious, 2003. But he's also done some television. He was the co-creator and executive producer of the FX series Snowfall, which chronicled the crack cocaine epidemic in the mid-'80s in LA. Now, what he's really known for is casting musicians in prominent acting roles, including Ice Cube, Tupac, Janet Jackson, Tyrese Gibson. We've got André 3000 in this, so he definitely has. I mean, it's kind of John Hughes-ish, has a type that he goes for, like a Brat Pack. But this is much different than a Brat Pack. But he's done some incredible films over his career. High Ridge Estates, what's going on? He has done some incredible films throughout his career. Um, this being one of them. 100% this film is absolutely one of the great films that he did. So I'm going to do a quick overview. Um, this follows four adopted brothers. They call themselves the Mercer brothers. They are misfits in their town. Cops know them. Everyone knows them as basically habitual criminals, blue collar thugs. But they reunite in their home of Detroit. They're because their foster mother, Evelyn Mercer, was murdered in an apparent grocery store robbery. The brothers realized the hit wasn't random, and they start bypassing the police, who will talk about all this, and they hunt down the killers themselves. And they want justice, and boy, do they go after them. Now, this movie has some, again, great car chases, brutal street fights. But it's still a good movie. Now, you're probably wondering again, why the hell did he call it a Smark? Cheese said Smark is late more often than his wife. Boy, you're taking people's jobs tonight, man. Don't do that. Oh, shit. Anyway, okay, so let's go ahead and get into this. Now, so we talked a little bit about John Singleton. So I guess what we'll do, we had a little bit of thing over there. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get into a few of the little facts that I was talking about. Now, I called it a secret Western. There's a reason for that. This movie is actually based off of a 1965 Western called The Sons of Katie Elder. Starred John Wayne and Dean Martin. And director John Singleton purposely framed the movie as an urban Western, except instead of horses, they're driving beat up Oldsmobiles. And, instead of 6-shooters, they're carrying shotguns and, semi-automatic pistols. So a little different, but this was based off of, excuse me, I'm going to need a sip here. This was based off of an old Western movie. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about that movie, The Sons of Katie Elder. Very short. I'm not going to take a long time on this. It was a classic Western. Kind of had that strong family first sentiment, just like this movie does. And it was one of John Wayne's first movies back after having his lung cancer surgery. He was trying to prove that he hadn't lost an ounce of his screen presence. So you've got the four elder brothers. You've got John, who's the gunfighter. You got Tom, the gambler. We have Matt, the quiet one, who's obviously Jack in this movie. We'll talk about that. And Bud, the youngest. And they returned to their hometown of Clearwater, Texas, for their mother, Katie's funeral. Mother died in poverty. And the brothers soon realized that, as like this movie, her death wasn't exactly on the up and up. Now, their father was also murdered in a suspicious way at a card game where they had to sign their ranch over to the local gunsmith. And his name is Morgan Hastings in the movie. Basically, what happens is Hastings frames the elder brothers in order to keep it quiet, ends up killing the sheriff. The brothers end up going after Morgan, figure out what happened, and there you go. So it ends up being a little more than just kind of a cowboy Indian Western like you're used to seeing from those days. And it ends up being more that the sons realize that they neglected their mother when she was alive, which is definitely something that happens in this movie. Once you get, around to the end, there's definitely a scene where Andre 3000 and Mark Wahlberg and Tyrese Gibson have this little scene about that. So they're doing this not just to avenge their mother's death, but for a redemption story also. So that's pretty much how that is there. So that is all I got on that right there. So even though this movie is supposed to be in Detroit, it was Canada. It was. It was Hamilton and Toronto, Ontario, Canada. It was all in Canada. They usually do this for movies where they want it to stay cold, because once it's cold in Canada, it's cold in Canada. So you got a longer time. The snow goes. It's just easier to do. This is not the first movie to do that. Mark Wahlberg is in this movie. We'll get to his character in just a little while. There's a scene where they're playing hockey. Now, all the brothers got together and played pond hockey. And the only one that knew how to play hockey, of course, being from, Boston, was Mark Wahlberg. All the others went to like a little skating boot camp to even be able to get on the ice. But the great thing about this film was it had great chemistry between the characters. That is what makes a great film. Now, we had André 3000, who was a little bit new to acting at this point. He had kind of just, Outcast had taken a hiatus, I guess you could say. And, he was just sort of getting into acting. So on set, they said he was a little more conservative, a little more reserved, a little more held back. But they said that Wahlberg and Tyrese were just tearing it up and having way too much fun. But the chemistry in this movie was almost way different and might not have even been very good chemistry. Heath Ledger was reportedly in the role, considered for the role to play the youngest brother, Jack. Garrett Hedlund played him. That would have been different. And Ethan Hawke was also in the mix for this movie. Would have been a totally different movie with either one of those actors in it. Now, the last thing I'm going to mention before I start getting a little more into the characters, for over a decade, there have been rumors of a sequel. The Five Brothers, the sequel. Well, first of all, if you watch this movie, they lost a brother. So it would have to be the Three Brothers. So not going to work. That is not true. They've expressed interest in it, but it's remained in what Mark Wahlberg and Tyrese Gibson has called developmental hell for years. So probably never going to see it, but they don't make films like this anymore. They just don't. I mean, it's just, I know I keep saying the word gritty, but goddamn, it was just that. It's a gritty, great action flick, easy watch because it's so fast paced and fast moving. So it's fun to watch. But let's go ahead and get to the cast a little bit, and we'll talk a little bit about the cast, and we'll go from there. So let's do that real quick. Andre 3000 was an actor. We'll talk about him in just more. We're about to get into the brothers right now. We're about to get into the four brothers right now and get into the cast and characters. So let's do that. So we've got Mark Wahlberg right here. And Mark Wahlberg as Bobby Mercer, sort of the family leader, I guess you could say. Probably the oldest out of all of them. Definitely has a rap sheet. They start talking about how he's a hockey player, been, thrown out of over 60 games and blah, blah, blah. So definitely a tough persona on Mark Wahlberg. Now, I think this might be the first Mark Wahlberg movie I've ever gotten to talk about. Now, Mark Wahlberg has been known for playing tough, tough but relatable characters, I guess you could say, for most of his films. The Departed, great movie, The Departed. Boogie Nights, his breakout role as Dirk Diggler. The Fighter, nominated for Best Picture as as the producer and starred as Mickey Ward. Been in some blockbuster films. Took over the Transformers franchise after the third one, after Shia LaBeouf left. Ted, so funny. Great movies. Lone Survivor, awesome. Uncharted. Um, Daddy's Home with him and Will Ferrell is a fucking. The second one is a Christmas movie for me. I watch it every year. Cena's in that too. That's a great movie. He has a lot of really good movies, but let's not forget he's also produced some great HBO shows, Boardwalk Empire, Ballers. But before all that, don't forget Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch, the hit single. That's right. You remember Good Vibrations. That's right. Underwear model, Calvin Klein underwear model turned massive actor. He's also known for doing 4 a.m. workouts every fucking morning. Big advocate for fitness. But born in Dorchester. I'll tell you the truth. That's where my dad grew up. Dorchester. That's what they would call it. Dorchester. That's where my father grew up, in Dorchester. Youngest of 9 children. I did not know there were that many fucking Wahlbergs. Holy shit. Holy shit. Now, he obviously got into the music business because his brother, Donnie, was one of the new kids on the block. I'm sure that helped a lot. He also was jacked. He had this bad boy persona. He would come out with the, jorts on and the, pulled halfway down, showing the Calvin Klein. But in the mid-90s, he started showing some real acting shit. Basketball Diaries with him and Leo. Oh, my God. What a fucking movie. Fear in 1996. And he's just kind of not looked back since then. He also co-owns Wahlburgers, which there was a TV show about. I don't know if it's still on. And he's also one of the major stakeholders in F-45 training. That I didn't know. And he has several other brands of nutrition, apparel, even automotive. But there you go. Married to the same model, Rhea Durham, since 2009. They have 4 children together. So there you go. That's Mark Wahlberg right there. Definitely, like I said, after the mid-90s, the guy never looked back. He's just kept going and going and going. So next, we're going to talk about Tyrese Gibson. I know a lot of the people are just going to know him from one thing, and that's going to be Fast and Furious. Yep. Fast and Furious, most definitely. Now, for some reason, I don't have his up here. That's all right. Give me a second. I'll pull it up real fast. I've got it. Don't worry. There it is right there. For another former R&B singer, actor, another former model, author, gained fame in the mid-90s. Obviously a staple in the Fast and Furious movie. He's kind of the comic relief for the movie. And they needed it. He took the role in Too Fast, Too Furious that started in 2003. And he was also in the first 3 Transformers movies. So that was before Wahlberg took him over. And I got to admit, I did not know that he was an R&B singer. I really didn't. But he is. But his big break came at 14 years old in 1994, where he starred in a Coca-Cola commercial, and he was singing the Always Coca-Cola jingle on a bus. So that's where he kind of got his break. But his real breakout was, now he was modeling for Guess and Tommy Hilfiger, but Baby Boy. from 2001, another John Singleton movie. He played Jody, the lead character in this, and that was kind of his big break. So there you go. But he was very successful in the music business before this. In 1998, he went platinum. He's had tons of successful albums. I did not know that, but that's awesome. But he's also an author. He's got a book such as he's got a few best-selling books. Um, how to get out of your own way, Manology, and don't forget, late '90s he was also a VJ on MTV. I know who wasn't, right? Well, he was, but yeah. So there's a little bit on old Tyrese Gibson. I probably know him mostly from the Transformers and the fact I've watched all the Fast and Furious, and starting from that one, he was in all of them except Tokyo Drift, and the only real person that was in Tokyo Drift was Vin Diesel, and that was like at the end. It was barely even. He had like a 2-minute scene. And that was it. So, sorry, folks. I'm thirsty. I'm thirsty tonight, damn it. So, anyway, now we're going to get into André. Let's talk a little bit about André Benjamin, or André 3000, as some know him. We're going to talk a little bit about him. Another rapper, singer, songwriter, plays multiple instruments, and formerly of Outkast. So now his career kind of peaked. He kind of, after his albums, he kind of evolved into acting kind of in the mid 2000s, as I was saying, which is why he was new to acting during this. Now, he's also known for having a little bit of an eccentric and flamboyant style outside of his movies. He's a major fashion icon. Launched his own clothing line, Benjamin Bigsby, in 2008. And, in 2023, he actually put out a solo album called New Blue Sun, which was more of an instrumental project. Actually, it was more of a jazz album, which this is not his, he plays the flute. He can literally be seen on the streets as playing the wood flute all the time. From what I was reading, people see him all the time playing the flute on the streets. So he put out an album with that, and that's what he's been doing. And, last year he was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as a member of Outkast. I'm pretty sure Gene Simmons was not happy about that, if you've been reading what Gene Simmons has been saying. But he's definitely known in the world of hip hop, blending genres and things like that. But some people would say he's arguably one of the greatest rappers of all time, just because he kind of put Southern hip hop on the map in 1995. So there you go. There you go. But he's been in a ton of films. Jimmy, all by my side. I still haven't seen that movie. This movie, Be Cool. Dispatches from Everywhere TV, Dispatches from Elsewhere TV show. But I'll tell you what, he's in a Jason Statham movie. It's him, Vincent Pastore, who big pussy. That's who he is. And Jason Statham. Now, it's not your usual Jason Statham's kicking everyone's ass. It's really not. It's a little different than that. But it's a great movie. And it's a psychological thriller. It's a great movie. It's called Revolver. Check it out. If you've never seen it, it is worth watching. He plays a great character. They're con men, but they're a different breed of con man. They're amazing. They're amazing. It's an amazing movie. Like I said, it's a psychological thriller. It fucks with your head. It's got twists. It's got turns. Don't let the fact that Jason Statham is in it throw you if you're not a Statham fan. It is not Jason Statham taking on 20 guys and winning. No. No. Actually, Andre and Vincent Pastore fuck with his head throughout the whole movie. It's also got Ray Liotta in it. So it is worth checking out. It is definitely a movie worth checking out. Revolver. It's a great movie. It's got some almost shot like it's shot kind of like a comic book. It's shot almost like a comic book. So it's worth checking out. I guarantee you that. So once again, Revolver. Let me see what year that movie is from. Give me a second. Let me check out what year that movie is from. Volver. Revolver. Jason Statham, Ray Liotta. That movie is from 2005. Same year as this movie. I'll be damned. So there you go. Check it out. I promise you. You will like it. I wonder if I could post a link. I don't know if you guys would be able to read it. Anyway, let's keep rolling here. We're going to get to the last brother, the youngest. We got Jack, Jeez, there's a certain late co-host that's a professional skin flute player. We're going to leave that alone. Oh, Andre 3000, by the way, plays Jeremiah, or they call him Jeremiah Mercer in the movie. And I forgot Tyrese Gibson plays Angel Mercer in the movie. Now we're going to get to Garrett Hedlund. Now, not the most known actor out of all these guys, but still heavy hitter in a lot of ways. Another singer, another model. You'll see all of these guys were either involved in modeling or fashion in some way. All four of these brothers. Craziness. Anyway, mostly this guy is known for his voice. If you go through his career, he's got a lot of voice acting in it. Very deep, very raspy kind of voice. Just a kind of a Minnesota farm boy. And moved to LA at the age of 18, pursued acting full time, landed a role in Troy in 2004. That was kind of his breakout role. Only 1 month after going to LA to become an actor. So he left at 18. 1 month after he was there, he landed an epic role in Troy. Good for him. But there you go. Now, he's also been in Tron Legacy 2010. Haven't watched the new Trons. I need to check them out. I even have the new one already. Friday Night Lights. There's another kind of football movie, kind of stick with what we started the show with. That was another 2004. So he had a great year when he moved to. He has a great look, obviously. Country Strong in 2010, Mudbound 2017, On the Road 2012. He does have a pretty good career. There's just not a lot on his character, so I don't have a lot on him. I apologize, but he plays Jack Mercer, the younger brother. Unfortunately, doesn't make it through the whole movie. They had to lose one brother. Come on, guys. They always got to lose one. I don't know if Smark's going to make it. I don't think Smark's going to make it. Maybe he didn't like the movie. I thought maybe he just didn't feel like talking actors. That's why I didn't want to come on last week. So I figured, fuck it, we'll do a movie. Son of a bitch. Anyway, let's get into and talk about the mother. Let's talk a little bit about the mother right here, played by Fiona Flanagan. Great character in this movie. Unfortunately, we don't see a lot of her because a lot of it is, we do through flashbacks and stuff. I'll tell you, there's an excellent scene in this movie, probably one of my favorite scenes from the movie, where after they all get back together, it's Thanksgiving. So they decide they're going to have themselves a little, Thanksgiving dinner. And they're sitting at the table, all four of them. And they're just They're very quiet. They're eating, but they're all looking at the empty chair, the mother's empty chair. And they all look up and remember just a quick thing about her. And it's such an impactful scene for the movie, for showing, that each of again, just like in the Western, that we talked about, the Sons of Katie Elder, they felt they neglected their mother. We find out by the end of this movie, they all feel that way. All of them feel that they neglected their mother. The only one that didn't was Andre 3000's character, was Jeremiah. Jeremiah was the only one that stayed around, paid her bills, and took care of her. And that gets found out later in the movie. So that's a whole different thing. But Fiona Flanagan, we're going to talk a little more right now. We talk about her. Known for a lot of, she's been around a very long time, folks. A very long time. She has had a over 6-decade career, film, television, even doing a one-woman show, James Joyce's works, but mostly known for the others from 2001, Waking Ned Divine, Transamerica, and recently The Hunger Games, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. She was grandmom or grandmam. She was in the television show Lost. She was Eloise Hawking in that show. Star Trek. Now, Star Trek, she's kind of a historic, legendary Star Trekkie because she was in The Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, and Enterprise as the same character. Data's mother, Dr. Julia Tainer. So there you go. There you go. Born in Dublin, Ireland, though. I think that's really all I have. No, 2012, she was actually honored with the IFTA Lifetime Achievement Award. And in 2020, was ranked number 23 on the Irish Times list of Ireland's greatest film actors. So there you go. There you go. Now, we've got the family done. We've got the brothers, the mother. Now, let's talk about a couple of cops. There's a couple of cops in this movie, and let's go ahead and talk about them real quick. We have Terrence Howard. Let's start out with Terrence Howard. Now, y'all going to love me because this is my NYPD Blue tie-in. He was in not only one Terrence Howard, but 2 episodes of NYPD Blue. He was in season 5. He played a scumbag, cracked out, skell, as they would call him. And he was also in season 6, where he played just a crazy. He was trying to make them think he was guilty of a crime he never committed. It was crazy in that episode. Anyway, there's my NYPD Blue tie-in for you guys. You knew it was coming. You knew it was coming. Anyway, we got Terrence Howard now. Another musician, known best for, he's got an Academy Award nominated performance from Hustle and Flow, and also known for playing Lucius Lyon in Empire. But, he started his career, he was discovered by a casting director on a New York City street and actually made his television debut in the Ministries, the Jacksons, in American Dream. That was a long time ago in 1992. He's been in over 80 films, and Hustle and Flow is one of them. Like I said, nominated for Best Actor. Actually, in Empire, Iron Man, he plays Lieutenant Colonel Rhodey Rhodes in that one right there. And he was replaced by Don Cheadle in the sequels, which was always confusing to me. They just literally just threw they just replaced the black dude with another black dude. Very crazy. Crash 2004, The Best Man, Ray, Dead Presidents. Wow, what a great movie. Mr. Holland's Opus, Prisoners. but he's known for several weird, unique ventures and some controversial theories. We're not getting into that shit here. Um, but he is a self-taught musician, taught himself to play piano and guitar, has an album called Shine Through It, released in 2008. But he's got multiple awards. He's got multiple NAACP Image Awards, a BET Award for Best Actor, various nominations, global Golden Globes and Academy Awards. And, always been a good actor. And I like him, always have. But the guy next to him is named Josh Charles. Now, it's funny. They say he began his career performing stand-up comedy at age 9 and spent his summers, in a performing arts camp. Now, I know this guy from from this movie and a couple others. SWAT is the other movie I know him from. In this movie and in SWAT, the guy plays a corrupt asshole police officer. So that's the roles I know him in. He's a fucking piece of shit corrupt cop. He even killed Terrence Howard. He killed his partner, goddammit. He ended up getting killed, but that's okay. I don't think anybody minded. My God, I just wish my kids would stay in their room when they're sick, but they don't. Anyway, this guy, Josh Charles. Let's get back to that. I'm like, where was I here? It's been in Sports Night, which was a couple of years show. He's played sports anchor Dan Rydell. Was in We Own This City 2022. That was a HBO limited series, but he was in it. He was in Treatment, Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, and he was in the Taylor Swift music video for Fortnite. Don't know why, but he was also in Dead President Society, the 80s version of Hairspray, where the John Waters, I guess you could call it a cult classic. Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead. And he was in Memory 2023. It's a Liam Neeson movie. Really, really good movie. I forgot he was in that. I haven't watched that in a while. It's a very good movie. I think that's the movie I'm thinking of. Let me make sure it's the right movie before I spout off talking shit. But I think that's the movie. Give me a second. No, not the same movie. Not the same movie. Interesting. There's a movie with Liam Neeson, but this is not the same movie I'm thinking of. I'm very confused. There must have been a couple of different. This is some sort of French movie or something. Okay. There must have been another one. The same year, named Memory. Obviously. This is like a rom-com. Anyway, make sure you get the one with Liam Neeson. The Taylor Swift video, all respect has flown out the window. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I apologize for that. But I apologize. Nothing I can do, man. Nothing I can do about that, It's just the way it goes. It's just the way it goes. But yeah, there's those two guys. We will talk a little more here about we got 3 more characters to get to. And then I'll talk more about the movie, then we'll wrap up a little bit. Not really much more on this at all. But that was that one here. Now, we're going to get into, my God, I should have kept his name up there because it is a very hard name to say. But we're going to talk about him anyway. He played Smark's here. Brad Bunny.
How we doing?
Wonderful. Nice of you to show.
Mm-hmm.
Good to see you.
Restart again.
Oh, you had that problem? I actually had no internet right before the show at like fucking 18 after. I had no internet.
Yikes.
But I obviously got mine working.
Yeah, how did that go?
I restarted my computer and it worked. Yeah. So there you go. Well, Smark, now we got this. You know what? Let's just finish the actors. And then we'll talk more about the movie. Then we'll do what we need to do. But anyway, this is the villain in the movie. And man, does this guy play a great villain in this movie. He's Victor's sweet. Now, trying to say his name is another thing, but I believe it's Chiweedle Ejiofor. I'm going to go with that. I might be off a little, but we're going to go with that. Now, he's kind of recognizable. He's in the Marvel universe. He's Carl Mordo in the Doctor Strange movie and in the 2022 movie. It's the sequel to the Doctor Strange movie. I didn't know it had a sequel. I need to get that. Also was in The Martian that's a Matt Damon movie. Children of Men, 2006. Been in a few of those. But he was actually in a horrible car accident. If you ever watch him, he has this bad scar on his forehead. And when at age 11, he was on a trip to Nigeria with his family, and he was in a horrible car accident, which left his head scarred on his forehead. So he also made a directing debut with The Boy Who Harnessed the Wind in 2019. I don't think I've ever heard of that. I do not think I ever have. But he was a great character in this movie as Victor Sweets. He didn't come into the movie till a little late. So come on now.
So Smark being late had nothing to do with Savannah Guthrie's mom. Wink. Mm-hmm.
No, not at all. At least she's not saying she's locked in my basement. Don't do that.
I mean, you're about to hit capacity at some point with all the people that you have in your basement.
I don't need the FBI knocking at my door.
Again.
Right. That was in Florida. Let's not talk about that. Anyway, he's a great antagonist in this movie. Not in the movie very long. You really don't find out about his character till a little ways into the movie. But his character is very convincing and very good as Victor Sweet, the evil man in the movie. Now, we also have Sofia Vergara in this movie. Must say, I find her a little annoying. I if I'm being honest, she's a little annoying.
I will not deal with any of this slander. Do I think the accent's fake? Yes, but
thank you. I'm not the only one who thinks that accent is exaggerated and fake.
Oh, it absolutely is, but
thank you.
James is more than welcome to leave it. I'm fine.
She went way out of her bound here and played a character named Sophie,
Mm-hmm.
who Mark Wahlberg throughout the movie calls La Vida Loca. She plays a crazy bitch. It's exactly what she plays in this movie. Now
it is a little bit heartwarming that the black characters and the white characters can unify to spend the entire movie fucking make fun of this poor Mexican lady.
I mean, let's face it. Tyrese's character got a little upset with it once.
Mm-hmm.
And then he just laughed it off and threw her out the house the second time. He was like, yeah, whatever. Get the fuck out of here. So it must be nice to be a gorgeous Brazilian woman. I mean, she may be annoying, but she is absolutely beautiful. So she was on a beach at age 17 and discovered and led her right into her first Pepsi commercial. Before that, she was studying dentistry. Then she decided to drop out and pursue modeling and acting. So she really became popular in the 90s when she was a host on the Univision network. Now, she is a cancer survivor. She she was diagnosed with thyroid cancer in 2000. She has a son, Manalo, and she was actually married to Joe Manganiello from 2015 till 2024, but probably most known for the show Modern Family, which lasted from 2009 to 2020. Probably that's exactly where she's known from. Now she's probably known a little more for America's Got Talent, but she's in this movie too. But I will tell you, she is one thing. She is a marketing machine. When she is involved with a brand, they bring in money. Pepsi, CoverGirl, Head and Shoulders. She has her own clothing line, a furniture line with Walmart, Latin World Entertainment, a management and media company. She's done a lot. So, hey, let's add him in.
What's up?
I figured he'd come in to, pile on to the messing with the Colombian woman.
I think the bitch is overrated, I'm being completely honest. And I like Hispanic women.
Oh,
there's something about her that irks me, though.
Because she's fake. Again, she is beautiful, gorgeous. But a lot about her seems very fake to me. So
yeah, she seems like she'd be a complete and utter fucking intolerable bitch as well.
Reminds me of who do I feel that way about? What's her name again? I hate to say it, but she's married to the other Wahlberg, Jenny McCarthy.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like,
that's an entirely different.
She's beautiful. She's beautiful. She's very pretty. She's sexy. She got a great body. And then she speaks. And 20 seconds into her speaking, I'm like, why do I want to rip your fucking head off? Oh.
Is it the things that come out of her mouth or just the sound?
It's just a sound. And I guess probably some of the things that come out of her mouth. She is pretty stupid, but I don't know. She's just very annoying. Even in movies. She's in basketball, and I'm just like, ugh, you ruined the movie.
Yeah.
Should have been Pam Anderson. Should have been Pam Anderson.
She like embraced her retard blonde role in that movie, though.
Yeah, I guess.
You don't have a chrome off this. You want me to start on the next one?
All right. Because I don't know why you guys are singling her out.
We only got a couple more to get into to talk about real quick. Actually, we only got one that I have information on, and one guy that's just been in so many things. You're just going to be like, "Yep, that's that guy."
Hey, it's that guy.
Yeah, that's what they call him. So, Taraji P. Henson is the other actress in this movie. She's not in a huge role in this movie, but I did want to bring her up because she does have a pretty prominent role in the movie as Jeremiah's wife.
She's definitely not related to Jim.
No. And this is her with John Singleton right here. Since we're talking about one of his movies, might as well. No, not related. No Jim. No Jim.
He looks like she's got a stinky pussy.
That's his smile. That's his smile. Dead. Leave the man alone.
Either something stinks or he's trying to push one out on his own. I'm not sure.
You never know. Now, again, we're going to talk about Empire here because she played Cookie Leone, and that's actually probably her most famous role is in Empire. So that's another show that was a Wahlberg produced show. So there you go.
Scott said, "Oh, she's that chick."
I've seen her in a few things, but yeah, she kind of is that chick. But Not much on her, really. Hasn't done a ton. She does more out of the business with clothing lines and stuff like that than she does in the business. So good for her.
I can't hear or see her name without thinking about Tajiri. Like that's really I can connect to. I've never seen anything she's done or been in or any of that shit. Just every time I hear
And
her
the
name.
other one, actually, I don't have, so we're good on that.
Buzzsaw kick.
He gets killed anyway. So
Tajiri, no.
No. Now, Smark.
Yes.
I gave you two other movies, and this ended up being the one you picked. This was I gave you the Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3, the Travolta, Denzel Washington version.
Which I just seen for the first time.
What was that?
I would say I just seen the Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3 for the first time like a week or two ago.
Oh, great movie.
I mean, I will say it was pretty weird that you framed it as, hey, by the way, it's Black History Month, and then you give me Birth of a Nation, American History X in this one.
I did not give you that. Stop it. You know what? You can't do that because I already told them the three movies at the beginning of the show, and it was this and Taking Pelham 1, 2, 3, this and Armed Response with Wesley Snipes and Seth Rollins. That was a WWE movie, man. You should have picked it.
Thank you for not picking that one, Smark.
Yeah, you could review that on one that I'm just not here for.
You know it's a WWE movie because
Seth Rollins is in it?
But he's in there as Seth Rollins. Any other movie he's involved with that's not
Seth Rollins?
WWE, he's Colby Lopez.
It's me. I'm Seth Rollins.
I'm showing you.
Wesley Snipes.
It was actually a good movie. Remember, they a lot before they started making shitty movies. They started distributing shitty movies. So Armed Response was one of them. But Mark, I think you made a great choice picking this movie. Now, I basically did a quick overview. I even told some of how this movie was really. You may have thought it was Michigan. Yeah, it was Canada. But I mean, what did you think of the movie? Just go.
Okay, so Taking on Palm 1, 2, 3, like probably more interesting, but I will say that I decided to pick this one based on the fact of just that it has Andre Benjamin in it, Andre 3000. That happens to be my favorite rapper. So I was like, I can't really contribute much in the way of like actors and their history, but I can talk about Outkast for quite a while.
Yeah.
I picked it. So you were talking about what did I think of the movie? They said it was in Detroit. There was really no need to mention where it took place because you cannot convince me. Like 2 of the 4 have the least Detroit-sounding accents in the world, and they're incapable of hiding them. At one point, Andre Benjamin says that he's like, "Oh, it turns out I'm from Detroit after all." It's like, no, you are not. You're wearing fucking overalls in the scene where you announce that you're from Detroit, speaking the thickest Southern accent known to man. And then you have Mark Wahlberg, who just, it's not happening. Detroit calls it a cop.
A co-op. He tries so hard to hide that Boston accent, but he just can't. It's too Dorchester. It's just ingrained in there.
It's just funny that Cheese is here because I was sitting there watching this and I was like, I've done a show with people from Detroit for several years now. This does not sound like Detroit accents to me.
No, and as I said, that where Mark Wahlberg was born and raised, that's where my dad was born and raised, Dorchester. It was a rough neighborhood before Mark Wahlberg was born. I'll tell you that because my dad was a cop there before that. That was a rough fucking neighborhood. That and Randolph.
Yeah.
But
I did grow up like 25 minutes from Detroit, so close.
Yeah, just overall, Michigan, like it does not pass as a Michigan or Midwestern of any kind accent.
Yeah. So yeah, but again, he's a great character in this. And I was talking about another movie he did, Revolver, with Jason Statham and Vincent Pastore. Fucking great movie. I don't have to keep talking about it, but it was just a great movie. But he's been in some very good movies over the years that they're memorable movies to me.
We talk about Mark Wahlberg?
No. Mark Wahlberg
Okay.
is just, I mean, Jesus Christ, the guy's out of breath in every scene. Shut up. What? Where?
Like how basically the entire movie just insinuates that everybody but him is gay. Did you suck anybody's dick when you're in the Marines? It's like that's not typically something that happens based on my understanding of how that what they do there.
I don't know. He's always out of breath. He's always out of breath. He's always out of breath. Every fucking scene. Just what? What's going on, guys?
I have no real beef with him, but my favorite part of the movie was when the Rottweilers were like mauling him. Because he tries shooting the fucking Rottweilers. Like they take him down and they start like trying to tear his throat out. He's like, okay, you're supposed to be the good guy. You're here shooting dogs. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
They are not the good guys. They're still murdering people.
Yeah, they're just out for revenge. They're not the good guys.
Yeah, this is
fair enough.
This is vigilante justice. This is not a good guy. There really are no good guys in this movie. I hate to tell you. You know who the good guy is in this movie? The mother.
Yeah.
That's it.
Smark views Deadpool as the good guy in Deadpool.
He's not.
Why is you said that the only good person in this movie was the old lady? Like, what about the shopkeeper? What is your problem with the Indian shopkeeper?
Yeah, he was all right too. And what happened? Yeah, what happened for being a good dude to him? Got fucking shot for it.
Well, he should have minded his own business, but that's another.
He was minding his own business.
Yeah, perhaps literally, I guess.
So, thank you. Come again. Oh,
that's exactly what it was.
You could hardly tell that it was Hank Azaria with the cosmetics. That was pretty tight.
Talk about a talented. I talk about a talented fucking guy. That guy is great. But no, I did mention the dinner scene. I thought that was probably one of the greatest scenes where they're all around there and they're each remembering something nice about their adoptive mother. Thought that was a great scene. Tell you the truth, that scene reminds me of Blue Bloods because every Blue Bloods episode they had a dinner scene. That was how most of them ended. And they really ate at those dinner scenes. They really got together and ate.
Cast is fat.
Yeah, that's why Tom Selleck got bigger every year. Okay.
I just want to see like a Steven Seagal movie where that's like 40 minutes of the movie is just him eating dinner.
Oh my God, you couldn't do that. Literally, Steven Seagal wouldn't have lasted. He would have been so fat by the end, he would have looked like fucking Ben Stiller in Dodgeball at the end of Dodgeball.
Fucking Chuck Norris.
Chuck Norris. I watched that last weekend. I love that movie.
I fucking love Dodgeball.
That's a funny one.
I like the dinner scene because it's like, it's impact showing her the impact that she had on their lives. Like how they're just trying to be mindful of trying to instill the things that she like taught them. But at no point did anybody have the hallucination or vision that of her just telling them to like maybe they should like let the Hispanic lady come downstairs and like enjoy the food too. Like why did they keep her locked up in the room up there? She's trying to eat too.
No, she's not. Look at her.
Well, that's
if she eats, she's just gonna throw it back up.
She wasn't there yet. He didn't go.
She was. She was.
They got her after the dinner.
No, I promise she was there. They kept her upstairs.
It was a brother thing.
They didn't invite her to dinner. That's why she's so pissed off. She's just trying to eat.
Hey, Jack was cooking the fucking turkey. It's not like they made her cook.
He was upstairs cleaning.
It was a brother.
Yeah, I was gonna say they made her clean the kitchen afterwards. So it's kind of fucked up. They didn't even give her no Fabuloso, no lemon pledge, nothing.
We need more lemon pledge.
Mark Wahlberg was kind of mean to her, but
bitch had it coming. I loved it.
I'll tell you though, man, they don't make movies like this no more. This is definitely one of those movies you'll watch and you'll go, man, where are these anymore? They're just not made like this. These gritty styles. Now they're so overproduced and so vivid, and they just don't look dark and gritty like this anymore. And I kind of wish someone would come back with it.
It was very interesting because, like, based on like what they were wearing, the music and just like the fact that at one point they mentioned Ben Wallace playing for the Pistons is like this set a very specific time frame in my mind for when this was happening, when this came out.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, you mentioned the music. The music score in this movie is perfect. It is so great that it's the perfect music for the perfect scenes. And it definitely, you can watch this even if you didn't know this was a John Singleton movie. You can almost literally just watch it, listen to the music, and go, "Is this a John Singleton movie?" Because the music's fucking awesome.
So I missed this, but True North said, "Wait till you get to Jewish heritage." Choices, Smark, Birth of a Nation is also on that list. Boxman watches another movie about a Mexican housekeeper locked in the house. Well, I'm shocked again.
Oh, we're gonna talk more.
Hey,
oh,
I'm living that movie.
you're gonna have Dirk call me a dirty Jew again, you motherfuckers. All right.
Yeah, that's why I came on the show. Actually, was to
They call me a
apologize on
dirty
behalf
Jew.
of
Jesus
Tits.
Christ. Okay.
No, I came on to apologize. I mean, that's
No,
Dirk. He's not only a part of the show, and at Tits, we keep things clean. We're not an offensive people. We only attack the white people, black people, Asian people, Indian people, Mexican people,
Anti-Semitism or sexism.
Jewish people. Fuck.
No, I heard it. It was fucking hilarious. Dirk, y'all jumped right on Dirk, and he was like, "Whoa, it's not what I meant." Oh, shit.
It's a commercial. Like, we're all watching the same feed, Dirk. We didn't see that commercial.
Backstreet Boys were selling T-Mobile does. I don't know what fucking feed he was watching.
No, he sent me the commercial. Like, you don't have to apologize.
Ironically, Luke asked him about fucking. Ironically, Luke was the one asking Dirk about fucking Drewski saying the N-word. It's like, wow, Dirk, or wow, Luke, you just had to fucking bring that one up. Huh? Like, he was using that as a back door, and I'm surprised none of us cracked him on it.
True North says, you forgot Arab again, Cheese. I said Indian. They're all the same.
Mm-hmm.
It was hilarious.
See, I got it.
All right, I guess we'll get back to the movie in a minute, but I do have to now. Obviously, the Super Bowl show went good. Which halftime show?
It was fun.
Did you watch Bad Bunny?
Better than the actual Super Bowl.
Bad Bunny, yeah.
You watched Bad Bunny?
Yeah, we weren't switching over to Kid Rock. I mean, we were live watching the same thing, but even if I was not live and sitting at home, I wouldn't have switched over to Kid Rock. They both fucking sucked. Bad Bunny was awful. Kid Rock was awful.
On Monday, I watched both. And all right, I like a fucking guitar, but Bad Bunny's show was still entertaining. Didn't understand a word of it. To me, it just sounded like, hey, 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 hey. But that was it. But it was still
it sounded Italian to me.
It was still hey, hey, hey. But again, I also remember in this country when La Bamba was huge, when the Macarena just recently was huge. Neither one of those songs.
Just recently. That was like 30 years ago, Box. Calm down.
30 years ago? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I mean, La Bamba was popular, and then something happened to his playing.
Well, that was in the 50s, but that song had a resurgence in 1984 when Lou Diamond Phillips did the movie. La Bamba.
Yeah.
Los Lobos redid the song. It became a huge hit in America and everywhere.
The Macarena came out in 1993, Bucks.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it was quite a while.
I had to look it up for confirmation.
Time flies when you drink a lot.
I'm trying to think, like, I don't know, fucking Ricky Martin had his moment. Plays. I'm trying to think of like what the most current like Hispanic thing that wasn't Bad Bunny was.
Living la vida homo.
It doesn't matter. There's been tons of songs in this country that have been just fine now because it was made political. Every liberal loves Bad Bunny, no matter if they've heard him or not. I love Bad Bunny. Name 2 songs.
Right. It's only because they can't pronounce it because they don't speak Spanish.
And I don't give a fuck what Kid Rock says. He definitely lip synced the first song. 100%.
Kid Rock needs to just change his name, like Man Rock or just Rock.
Robert Ritchie. He used his real name at the end. I actually liked that last performance. That was actually I enjoyed it until the Bible stuff was a little much for me. But
True North says, if you remember Kid Rock, then again, a reminder to get a colonoscopy. I'm good.
Done.
I'm gonna go back in 3 years, but I'm done.
I won't. Done. I won't till they drag me back.
No, mine. Okay, so my thing about this, I'll say real quick, is this like the people that are taking turns dunking on it, like regardless of which one it was, it's like you weren't going to like it anyway. Like if you didn't want to watch the Bad Bunny thing, you weren't going to like the Bad Bunny thing, even if he started singing like fucking Johnny Cash and doing Nazi salutes. You still weren't going to like it. And if you didn't like the Kid Rock thing, there was nothing he was going to do, even if he fucking like tongue kissed a man, like shit, you were still gonna fucking hate it. So like just
didn't like any of that.
Everyone just wanted to take an opportunity to fucking take a victory lap, and they didn't watch, or even if they did watch, they weren't going to change their mind anyway. So it was a fucking exercise in futility anyway.
I just saw people like, this is counter programming. This is divisive. I'm like, wow, never watched wrestling or any other sports channel with his other things on. I mean, counter programming is fucking American.
Isn't a thing.
You motherfuckers.
And it's not even like it's like supposed to be the centerpiece of like what American culture, American kind of is. It's like it's fucking just meant to sell you things. Like that's all the Super Bowl is. It's a giant fucking infomercial with fucking questionably good football fucking intertwined into it.
Okay. Favorite commercials? Anyone?
None of them.
I didn't even really pay attention to them, and what I did see it wasn't good.
All the Bens nailed it. Ben Affleck's Dunkin' commercials were hilarious, and
I was gonna say I heard the Dunkin' commercials were good, but I honestly didn't pay enough attention to notice.
Okay, actually, no, I do have a favorite commercial, but that's just linked to us being part of Dirk. So I mean,
well, and the Ben
Dirty
Stiller.
I don't even know what the commercial was for or like who it was by. It was just like, don't call people dirty Jews. And it's like, well, Dirk should probably watch the commercial again.
But Box was the fucking
and Ben Stiller and was good.
The Box was the fucking Leonardo DiCaprio meme. They're like, don't call people dirty Jews. He's like, oh. Right there.
Bad thing is I've had shit like that happen to me in 7th grade, so I get it.
In 7th grade, when kids didn't even know what the hell a Jew was.
Oh, they did. I promise you. I literally had kids Nazi saluting me when I walked into class in the morning.
They didn't understand, but they just thought it was funny. I'm being a dick.
Hilarious. Yes, it was hilarious when I ended up in the hospital because I got kicked in the nuts so hard.
Jesus
hilarious.
Christ. Was this Florida or Texas?
Yeah.
That sounds like a Florida thing.
North Carolina.
No.
Some intolerant North Carolinians.
Florida, no, because I was in South Florida, which is full of Jewish people.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, full. Yeah. The elderly communities are full of them.
I see. I remember the lawyer from Carlito. Yeah.
Sean Penn.
Because like literally,
Sean Penn.
When I was in school, like there's just like one student, and I'm talking like from elementary school to middle to high school, just one that identified as being Jewish. And so like we couldn't even be mean to him because like none of us even really knew what was up. It's like, what if we make fun of you? How do we make fun of you without just being like Adam Sandler sucks?
There were two. There was me and one other kid in my class. There was another David actually, and his brother. So there were actually three. I guess him and his brother. But there was another David in my class that was also Jewish, and But I didn't get a lot in North Carolina until I went to private school. That was 7th grade was private school year. And it was like a trial year to see if I liked it. Oh, I did not like it. I ended up in the hospital, 3 trips to the hospital. But anyway, that's when I decided to learn how to defend myself. But anyway. And I did. But strange stuff. But yeah, I've had shit like that happen to me. So yeah, Florida, no one really, like I said, Florida is full of Jewish people. And by the time I was here, I'm old enough to where no one's going to fuck with me. And
Jewish and Cubans.
Go ahead. I carry. Go ahead. Make my day.
Full of Jews and Cubans. You know what Cubans? You know what happens when a Cuban gets a flat tire, right?
Mhm.
They drown.
That's right. I'm old enough to remember Alien.
Me too.
Uh-huh. I'm that
Alien
old.
Gonzalez.
I remember them breaking into that kid's house, pointing guns at him and his dad.
Yeah, but the finger wasn't on the trigger.
It's called indexing. You're supposed to do that when you're not wanting to
I remember them highlighting that though. The finger wasn't on the trigger. See, there were no threat.
I know it's actually I don't know. You're not supposed to ever put your finger on the trigger until you're ready to shoot. What he was doing was called indexing his finger.
Yeah, I remember there was a Robot Chicken sketch where Walt Disney was like eating children, Cuban children, and Alien Gonzalez went back to Cuba, and fucking Walt Disney and his crazy erector set spider body crawled out of the ocean and started killing Cubans until he got to Alien Gonzalez. But then Fidel Castro came up and shot Walt Disney in the head, and then he shot Alien too, just because. Robot Chicken was a great show.
That was Seth Green's show, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought so.
This shit was hilarious.
I thought so. He has nothing to do with this movie.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, I thought the Affleck commercials were funny with Duncan, and the
laughed at True North. Sorry,
and the Ben Stiller and Benjamin Boone 80s rock one was hilarious.
If Cheese indexed his finger more often, he'd have less kids.
His finger has nothing to do with it. I don't know if anyone's ever explained.
Bigger than a finger, all right?
His finger doesn't have anything to do with it.
Well, I mean, you can incorporate it. You don't have to be so Puritan about it.
It starts there. Usually. But anyhow.
Yeah, but even then you go middle finger. Mm-hmm. Middle finger, ring finger. The index has nothing to do with it.
That's the fucking point at people and go, look, motherfucker. Fucking told you, not a dirty Jew. Okay?
Yeah. I was gonna say that's for Dirk to go, dirty Jew.
He was so apologetic. It was hilarious. I loved it. It was funny. And then I watched it and I'm like, I laughed my ass off. My wife's like, what are you laughing at? I'm like, they just accidentally called me a dirty Jew. It's fucking hilarious.
Let's be really clear about they in this. It was a singular person.
Right.
Oh, come on, Smark. You're supposed to enjoy when I call you they.
Say, to be fair, I didn't even think about you until True North brought it up in the comments. He's like, Box is here? I'm like, oh, shit. I didn't even think about that.
I thought it was funny. It didn't bother me none. I could take it. I could take jokes. So I guess
this is where Mark Wahlberg would, Mark Wahlberg would go, he could take dicks too. You were in the Marine.
You just spent the entire movie just calling everybody else gay, but it's like, I think you're hiding something. It's like how like used to be like a late the one that watched because he made fun of the Marine guy being like,
oh, he did. We sucked a little cock or what? A little cock
started looking like ass, and then like the other basically just he called it basically everybody who wasn't fucking André Benjamin gay. Like he called the other guy gay. Like I think the other guy was supposed to be gay. The guy that got shot. Spoilers.
Jack, no, he was a rock star.
Well, they spent an extensive amount of time making fun of him for being gay.
By the way, I've watched this movie probably 7 or 8 times. I actually watched it twice this week. Tonight was the first night I realized if you watch the credits, there's actually little like things of what they're doing. And they even showed Jack. But I didn't know there were anything after the credits, but there is.
I saw a little bit because there's a credit at the very beginning of the credits. Mark Wahlberg's playing hockey, and then I was watching it on Pluto TV, I think it was, and they went to commercial again, because like you can watch it on Pluto TV for free, but they go to commercial at the most fucking opportune times.
Oof.
Like as they're like about to shoot the guy, they go to commercial and then they come back and he's like laying on the ground. He's like, all right, well, I feel like I missed something. But
Told you if you needed the movie, let me know.
yeah, but
don't watch Pluto. What the fuck?
Fuck, dude. I have this. You want subtitles? No subtitles? I got you.
I can find it online too, but it was right there, so I didn't have to send anybody any messages and I didn't have to download anything. It just seemed like the simplest way to go.
Just download it from Google Drive, dude.
Hey.
Any movie you need, just let me know. That's how we can get it done. Any movie. I got it. I guarantee it. I got it. I do. So, anyway, I don't know. Anything else about the movie?
I mean, it wasn't a bad movie. It's been a while since I've seen it, but it was good.
Definitely a good movie, and I keep saying the same word over and over. Just gritty, but a very fast-paced movie because you don't feel like it's a 2-hour movie. It's like an hour and 48. You don't feel like it is. Because it's just very fast-paced. It moves very quickly.
Yeah, it's not a boring movie.
I just think it's a good movie. I love the car chase through the fucking blizzard.
Yep.
Yes, that was
love that scene. Like I said, the dinner scene is one of the greatest scenes in that movie, I think. But that car chase, man, and so fucking good. So good. And you just don't usually see that in a blizzard.
And any movie that's got Terrence Howard in it gets some points. I don't know what it is about the dude. I like that dude.
Even as batshit crazy as he is, I like
it. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna talk about him in real life, but I just mean like his acting. He reminds me of Benicio del Toro for some reason.
A little bit. And that was my NYPD Blue tie-in, by the way.
Yeah, you always gotta have your NYPD Blue tie-in.
He was in 2 episodes.
We gotta play the 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon. Where does Kevin Bacon fit into this? Probably through Mark Wahlberg somewhere.
I was right before I came in here. I was watching Axel F, which Kevin Bacon is in. There you go.
Oh, yeah. I haven't watched that yet.
It's funny. It's very nostalgic. They used all the old music from the first one, the second one, and all that stuff. Very good.
Did you watch the Eddie Murphy thing on Netflix, like the documentary or whatever?
I have it, but I haven't seen it yet.
It's weird because like you find out that laugh isn't real.
No shit.
I guess I'm not real familiar with it. It's just like I figured that's how he laughs. I'm like, no, that's a fake laugh.
He would do it on command, which I always knew it was a fake laugh.
Yeah, but even when you do it on command, it still sounds like somewhat similar to your laugh. I thought so. Like,
no,
I guess not.
He was always impersonating Richard Pryor. Listen to Richard Pryor laugh when he gets real laughy. That's his laugh.
Yeah,
that's his laugh. And he loved Richard Pryor. It was his mentor. It was his god was Richard Pryor.
Oh yeah, he talks about him a lot.
Yeah,
on that documentary.
But yeah, this newer Beverly Hills Cop is kind of funny.
I might check it out.
Definitely nostalgic. Like I said, they use Glenn Frey's music. They got the Pointer Sisters in there, and it's definitely
still have Judge Reinhold.
Yes. And it was Taggart's last movie. Taggart, you could tell was
so Taggart died, right?
Yeah, right after this movie came out. Pretty close to after this movie came out. So yeah, he's gone. But you could tell in the movie
was haggard.
He was.
Yeah. For those of you wondering why I was late, it's because I came from work. This is my work shirt. My boss bought this for me.
Nice.
I'm like, hey, recognition.
You're right. It's something at least. Shit. All right. Any more on this movie?
No. I might have more, but it's been too long since I've seen it to remember much of it.
I think I wrapped everything up in this movie that we could kind of talk about. I mean, this is a movie that, to be honest with you, I would love to have played a ton of scenes, but we would have been thrown off of YouTube. I mean, I could have played this whole fucking movie. So, but if you have not seen this from 2005, the fuck is wrong with you? Watch it.
I've seen it 2 or 3 times. It's just been a while since I've seen it last.
Yeah, it had been a few months since I've seen it, but I wanted to check it out. I mean,
I told Luke he should check it out, and he said, with a title like that, I'll never watch it.
What? What's wrong with Four Brothers?
He just assumed it was 4 black men.
2.
5 brothers too many.
I don't understand why they're called brothers if they're white.
Because they're the same mom. That's the point of the movie. See past that shit and be brothers. They were brothers, no matter if they were blood or what. They were connected by their mother who adopted them.
Look, if you ask me, the wrong brother died, if you get what I'm saying.
All right. The whole fucking message of the goddamn movie. The whole message.
I was real fond of what Mark Wahlberg called that one guy about halfway into the movie. That was my favorite part.
I'll tell you, man, he was a pretty Mark Wahlberg in this movie was a pretty goddamn ruthless fucking character. He didn't show no hesitation pulling the trigger when they got those guys out of that car in the snow.
Mm.
He actually shot before the soldier, Tyrese Gibson. So they're just stone cold killers. Again, they're not the good guys in this movie.
Scott says, are they the Dudleys?
No, they're the Mercers. They are the Mercers. That's the point of the movie. Oh, shit. All right. I guess we can wrap up.
I don't do that. Hence the 4 kids.
Exactly. Exactly.
All right. You're typing that now, yesterday.
Right. I just keep stepping all over True North's fucking jokes before we can get to them. Mm-hmm. Like earlier when you weren't on yet, I said Smark's later than my wife.
Nope.
Or late more often than my wife, I think I said.
That's what. There you go. There you go. All right. Well, let's go ahead and wrap up. I have absolutely nothing to do tomorrow, so
I gotta be to work at 6 or 6, I think.
We'll talk about
PM, not AM.
Oh, all right. Yeah, we'll
I'm a bartender. We don't open at 6 a.m.
No, dear God. What kind of alcoholics you got there? Fucking Vegas, the Vegas kind?
I mean, I am in fucking Ohio. Although fucking in British hillbillies.
You haven't seen where I lived. Look up my little fucking town. I bet I have less. I bet the population's less than where you live. Yeah, I think the population here is like 2,200.
I think you might have me beat.
This town I live in is tiny. We have a bar here. You know what the name of it is?
What's that?
The Bar.
Bar I'm at is called One More. But no, our population here in Fayette, Ohio, I just looked it up, 1,282.
Uh-oh.
So you got almost 1,000 on me.
Well, if it wasn't that we were the what is it? The antique capital of East Texas, we might not have so many.
Antique stores everywhere, huh?
That's downtown,
every fucking small town around here.
Our downtown is nothing but antique stores and secondhand stores, and there's a pawn shop over there too. I want to go in there.
We have
pawn shops.
We have 2 gas stations, a bar, and a Dollar General because everywhere has a Dollar General.
We have a Dollar General.
There's a Dollar General on the fucking moon.
We have a Dollar General. We have a Dollar Tree. We have a Family Dollar / Dollar Tree, which are both connected in one building.
See, all that Hollywood compared to where I'm at.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And again, we have a sit-down Pizza Hut.
We had a factory in town, but they just recently closed down because the owners were stealing money, and now they're looking at 25 to life.
Ooh.
Dude just posted $50 million cash bail to get out.
Try that in a small town.
He did. It didn't really work out.
You don't do that because because there's too many eyes on you. People see shit in small towns. You don't do that.
The majority of the town is unemployed now.
Well, if you do it, don't flaunt it. Someone else will buy that factory for something. We've got a place here that was just kind of like that, but it's a big warehouse. It's right beside my son's school, kind of. And a company, actually Cavender's, moved in there for a distribution out here. 2 weeks later, I drove by. 4 lease was up, available. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
That was fast.
Yeah, it was very quick. So I'm waiting to see who else moves in there.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know if it's because of the small population or maybe they're all stupid, but the graduating class last year at the high school was 12. 12 people.
Wow. That's the good thing.
It's about just one school, like kindergarten through fucking 12th grade, one school.
Wow. That's kind of the good thing is my kids are in a small school. They don't have 30 kids in their class. They have like 18. So they are getting more attention, but I don't know. My daughter has the flu.
No.
And my son says he's not feeling good, so we're going to have to bring him back to get tested again. So, anyway, I don't think y'all need to hear all this. Let's get the fuck out of here. What do you say?
I will briefly contribute to small town related instances. Fucking a couple days ago, there was a former NFL player, Darren Lee, who, speaking of being unkind to Hispanic women, was apparently very kind to a Hispanic woman in the that he murdered her to death. To death, not to inconvenience. He ended up. This happened at the town that I went to high school in. I lived there for about like 15 years or something.
Oh yeah, you sent that.
Relatively small town in Tennessee. So yeah, he apparently killed her and then attempted to like hide the body and clean things up. And apparently, he did not use Mr. Clean or Fabuloso or anything of the sort because police found out, and now he's in trouble. Which, I mean, it is what it is. He's probably going to get life in prison, but he already had to play for the Jets, so I feel like he's already been punished.
God, he used peroxide. Why does no one use peroxide?
I'm gonna come.
I mean, he played for the Jets and the Raiders, so it's like, I mean, he's already sort of served his debt to society.
Use peroxide to clean that shit up, folks. Come on, be smart. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Anything else leaves traces.
I didn't mean to hit that drop yet.
Don't you watch CSI?
No, that shit ain't on BET.
Tyler Perry presents CSI.
Medea's murder cover-up.
Fucking Tyler Perry CSI, and it's always just the dark-skinned guy.
You know what? We're getting the fuck out of here. I'm going back to watch Beverly Hills Cop 4.
Hollywood Hangouts just turned into tits. What happened?
You showed up.
I know. I kind of throw things off the rails.
It don't matter. I was basically almost done with the movie when Smark showed up. I'm just trying to let him say something about it.
I think I did. Fucking the snow scene was cool. You got fucking Rottweilers mauling people. You have Hispanic women. You have the guy from Outcast. That's really all you need to know.
I thought it was, like I said, it's just a good movie to watch. It's a fun one to watch, and I'm glad you picked this one over the other ones. But
me too. I wouldn't be here if you didn't.
Well, I had already I literally just finished watching The Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3, which is why I suggested it. I just watched it. So I'm like, maybe we can do this one. I just finished. I'm watching the credits as I type this. So
True North says I love Law and Order BET.
Those words don't go together. Love, Law and Order, BET, none of them go together. Okay, none of them. It's just jammed together virtue signaling bullshit. Okay. All right. Oh shit! Yeah, let's get the fuck out of here. I'm gonna go
All
watch
right.
TV and drink more beer. I've only had 2. That's not enough for me. So, on that note, folks, we will be back here next week doing something, and I'll put it in the community section as I did today, so you'll know what's upcoming. We will figure out what's going on, but it seems like you guys don't really care for the actors, so I might do those as a separate special every now and then instead, because that didn't do well. But Parasite, Smark, by the way, that was a very well downloaded Spotify show for us. I will tell you that.
Nice.
Very well
I would
downloaded.
encourage anybody that listened to that one that didn't listen to anything else, please do not check out Kids. Especially if you happen to be Korean or Asian of any kind. Probably just avoid the sports show.
They will.
Mhm.
Don't worry about it. So, but we'll be back here next week, 9:30 p.m. Eastern time, right here on Hollywood Hangout. And Smark, you got anything else? That's it? Anything? Plug?
Not really. Like you said, we did the Kids Super Bowl watch along. I know you've already seen the game. You know the game. We talked very little about the game because the game was fucking terrible. So
It
if
was.
you want to listen to just like about 2.5 hours of racism, go ahead and check it out.
Was it terrible? Was it really a terrible game?
Oh, fuck
It
yeah.
was
Awful.
awful.
That's one of the worst Super Bowls I've ever seen, if not the worst.
I didn't see. I all I care about is what I watched. I watched the commercials and I watched the 2 halftime shows just because I knew everyone would be talking about it.
We spent an extensive amount of time talking about Redneck Brawl, which is my new favorite sport, and or fighting. See, there's such characters as Certified Crack Baby, Cardi EBT. There's a guy named Duck.
There was a guy from where I live, I guess, that was in it. I don't remember what his name was, but apparently he threw 0 punches in his fight.
Oh. Did you guys watch the Puppy Bowl?
No.
That used to be all. That's all I care about too. I should have watched the Puppy Bowl. Fucking counter programming Puppy Bowl, ruining
Right.
the halftime.
Sons of
Well, see,
bitches.
apparently that happened before, like early in the afternoon, because I thought it was going to be running adjacent too, because I was like, all right, I'll watch that shit. But no,
Yeah, it's usually during the halftime show. Must be
Did you
because
know-
Kid Rock took it.
Actually, if back in the 90s, In Living Color counter programmed the halftime show, and fucking they
The
lost
show or the band?
the halftime show, whatever the halftime show was back. I think it was 94 or 95.
Well, I mean, In Living Color, the show, or In Living Color, the band?
The show, the
Oh,
TV show.
Nice. I would have watched it.
Counter program. Everyone did. It was fucking. Oh my god, were they pissed? That was kind of what put that show on the map even more than they already were. But they counter programmed the Super Bowl halftime show, and that was like the first time anyone made a huge dent in the Super Bowl, and they really did. They really did on that show. Everyone wanted to laugh, not fucking sit there.
I think at one point they showed Celebrity Deathmatch, like right when it was first coming out during halftime of one of the Super Bowls. I think it was the Broncos Packers one. They did. Speaking of entities that don't particularly care for Mexicans or Black people, WWF did halftime heat during the Super Bowl 1 year.
They did once. You're right.
It was the fucking empty arena, like Rock Mankind match.
No, yeah, it happens. Counter programming happens all the time. So, all right. So you got nothing, Cheese? Anything?
Nope.
All right. Well, thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for letting me come over and
Appreciate it.
fuck things up.
Mark, thanks for stopping by.
Yes, sir.
You mean
on?
You mean the last tits, True North? He's under a fucking red light every fucking episode.
Yes.
Oh shit! All right, guys. Let's go ahead and knock out of here. You guys will, like I said, we'll be back here next week, 9:30 p.m. Eastern time, talking something movie wise, and we will see you. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.